Welcome to San Diego, California, America's finest city. We're here at Snapdragon Stadium. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Boise State Broncos offense will go on the attack first. If you look at this game on paper, it really shouldn't be much of a matchup. You have a high-powered offense against, candidly, an overmatched opponent. But, hey, you never know. You got to line up and play the game.
On paper, this is a horrible matchup. But this game's not played on paper, right? Like, this defense, they're going to have to play their best game. They're going to have to play more consistently. They haven't tackled well this season. They're going to have to play their best game against a great opponent. But we've seen upsets happen. They got to get some adrenaline, some emotion.
There he goes. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. They'll go to the ground. Runs for the tackle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Wide open downfield. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Broncos are on the move. Gives it on the option. Still running at the 35. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Boise State. Great job by the back on the option.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, we got to be able to hit on them, and you saw one right there that time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and in tune and on the same page early.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So UNLV's offense will go to work for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Broncos. The defense putting points on the board.
Practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business. It's an offense. We don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They'll run the sneak for it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Going over the top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quick strike complete. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Now the play fake. Here comes the heat. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Rebels, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He'll do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. They'll send the tight end in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bring in the heat. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be 4th down. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive. and right down the middle. That obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. To the air, it's Spangler. Takes the easy one to the back. Breaks into the open. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They go to the ground. Powers through the defender. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. They'll go right back to him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Broncos lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Got the first down and more. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. We've reached the end of the period. Boise State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They've got a first down here to open the period. It'll be a draw. Can't get him to the ground.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Broncos will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Wants to go up top. Looking for a big gain. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They boot it away. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Running to Green. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Looking downfield, it's Spangler. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the catch. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Broncos will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Rebels offense is back on the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Sweet cut there. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake. Finds the tight end. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The give to the tailback. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. He's going for a big play downfield. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. They'll make the stop on the return at the 38-yard line as this defense records an interception.
And defensive backs you think don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together.
The Broncos are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw. It's Spangler. Grab near the sticks. It's Luck. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. He'll keep it himself. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Broncos with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Broncos are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Just drives it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He's got his man. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And the Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. Finds his tight end. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He's got the back in the middle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. Here comes the field goal unit. And this one is perfect. Now the lead is down to 11.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it out. It's Hunter. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Scanning the field, it's Spangler. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. Makes the grab, gets the foot down. Just precision execution on that big play.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best.
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Got a man. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Makes the grab. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And the Broncos are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll throw on 3rd down. Looking left. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. They'll send out the kicker here. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, talk about an edge-of-your-seat type first half, or as they call it in this game there in San Diego, just another typical Holiday Bowl. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Holiday Bowl.
the Broncos will boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Makuba. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll run it from the gun. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Unleashes one deep. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Blasted as he lets it go. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
That is such a big play for the offense. A lot of these fourth down pass plays are just designed to pick up the first. They get even more. They get an explosive play, and that has got to be huge for the offense's confidence.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Back-to-back sacks. That's the way you respond defensively. Love it. Getting after the quarterback. Even though this is running time, running situation on the field, this defense was not fooled. They were ready for the pass. They were studied up. 2 sacks in back-to-back plays.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Under fire. Wisely avoiding the big hit with the slide. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He splits the uprights. Now the lead is down to 11.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Boise State ready to send out that offense. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Spangler. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown Broncos! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Rebels offense is back on the field. Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll run play action. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic with his feet.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete. The Rebels line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Back to throw, it's Spangler. Fires left. It's caught. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. And the Broncos with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run it from the gun. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Broncos send out the punt unit. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. He leaves it with his back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. It's complete to the left. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. The give to the single back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Here's the handoff. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. He's going for it all. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass, it's Spangler. Rushes on him. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this third down play. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. To the ground with the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Got it in the middle. It's Luck. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Touchdown, Boise State! And the beatdown has ensued. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
UNLV 9.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Rides the back on the option, the give. Plows through the defense. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. The Rebels in a good spot here with second and short. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
And the Rebels will call on their punt team. Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Got it, looking for the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Broncos will have it first and 10. They'll leave it with the lone back.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Now facing a third and long. Dropping back, it's Spangler. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. At the 30. reception. Touchdown, Rebels!
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
Splits those uprights right in half. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it.
UNLV 16.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do. Because of that singular instance, I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Unloads to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on third down. The Broncos decide to punt it away. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Now this offense is back on the field. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the middle. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
He leaves it with the back. Turning it, got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Broncos. And the stomping has commenced.
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
UNLV 16.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Rebels offense is back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the change for a first down. The give from the gun. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage from no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Hauls it in, looking for space. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He has the 1st and still on his feet. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st. An array of possibilities here. To the ground to try to move the chains. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to 2 very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, dude, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
That's going to do it for us here, and for these two teams, that's going to do it for a season. Another bowl game in the books, and a season is wrapped. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Reese Davis signing off, and we'll see you next season for another presentation of EA Sports College Football.